The international community watches as negotiators convene to navigate Iran's nuclear program. The goal: prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons while acknowledging its right to peaceful nuclear energy. The path is fraught with mistrust, conflicting interests, and past failures. Talks represent a critical juncture in international relations. A successful agreement could foster stability, while failure could lead to escalation. The contentious issue: uranium enrichment. Iran insists on its right to enrich uranium for peaceful purposes while the US fears it could lead to a nuclear arsenal. Overcoming historical animosity is crucial for a lasting accord. The current talks are rooted in the legacy of the JCPOA, signed in 2015. The JCPOA aimed to curtail Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. It imposed strict restrictions on Iran's nuclear activities and established a robust inspection regime. The foundation was shaken in 2018 when the Trump administration withdrew the US from the agreement. The US reimposed harsh sanctions, aiming to force Iran back to the negotiating table. In response, Iran began breaching its JCPOA commitments, increasing uranium enrichment and stockpiles. These actions have reduced the breakout time and brought the JCPOA to the brink of collapse. The current efforts aim to revive or replace the JCPOA with a new understanding. The stakes are high, as the outcome will shape the future of Middle Eastern security. The international community hopes for a diplomatic solution. Uranium enrichment is central to the nuclear negotiations with Iran. Enrichment increases the concentration of uranium-235, which can be used for nuclear power or weapons. The dual-use nature of enrichment raises non-proliferation concerns. The JCPOA aimed to extend Iran's breakout time, providing a buffer for intervention. Different levels of enrichment serve different purposes. Low-enriched uranium is used in power plants, while higher levels are closer to weapons grade. Iran's enrichment up to 60% heightens international concerns. Negotiations must address permissible levels, stockpiles, and centrifuge types. Advanced centrifuges can shorten breakout times. Robust verification mechanisms are essential for compliance. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful and essential for development. It emphasizes the need for nuclear energy and medical applications. Iran argues its right to enrich uranium under the NPT. Enrichment is seen as a symbol of national pride and sovereignty. The program represents decades of investment and scientific progress. Iran demands guarantees for its nuclear rights and seeks durable agreements. Domestic politics influence Iran's negotiating stance. Nationalist sentiment makes concessions on enrichment difficult. The US views Iran's enrichment program with suspicion, fearing it could lead to nuclear weapons. The US demands stringent limitations on Iran's enrichment capabilities. This includes caps on enrichment levels, stockpiles, and centrifuge types. The US aims to extend Iran's breakout time for effective intervention. European powers seek to preserve diplomacy and sanctions relief. Russia and China support Iran's right to peaceful nuclear energy. The IAEA verifies Iran's compliance with nuclear agreements. Inspections are crucial for detecting clandestine activities. The international community seeks a robust agreement to prevent proliferation. The stakes are high for global security. Recent talks in Rome concluded with limited progress but continued dialogue. Core disagreements on uranium enrichment remain. The snapback mechanism, expiring in 2025, adds urgency to negotiations. This mechanism allows reimposition of UN sanctions if Iran breaches the deal. Its expiration without a new agreement is a major concern. European allies push for accelerated progress. Failure to reach a deal could alter the strategic landscape. The outcome will impact regional stability and non-proliferation efforts. A nuclear-capable Iran is seen as an existential threat by Israel. Israel reserves the right to take action to prevent it. Israeli intelligence monitors Iran's nuclear progress closely. Gulf states share anxieties about Iran's nuclear ambitions. They fear a nuclear Iran would increase regional instability. Gulf states hope for an agreement that curtails Iran's capabilities. Growing rapprochement between Gulf states and Israel is a strategic hedge. The outcome of the talks will influence regional alignments. The U.S. strategy combines diplomacy with economic pressure. Sanctions target critical sectors of Iran's economy. The goal is to compel Iran to make concessions. The US maintains the threat of military force as a deterrent. This dual-track approach aims to create leverage. Critics argue excessive pressure can be counterproductive. The US seeks to balance pressure with diplomatic engagement. The challenge is to guide Iran towards a sustainable agreement. Iranian public sentiment is complex, reflecting national pride and economic hardship. Sanctions have crippled the economy, fueling public discontent. The government must balance nuclear ambitions with economic needs. Key unresolved issues complicate the path to an agreement. Sanctions relief and regional security assurances are major points of contention. The outcome of the talks has global security implications. A successful agreement could de-escalate tensions and prevent conflict. The responsibility on negotiators is immense.